To a bizarre story in Northwest Portland where people ransacked a warehouse after someone put up a sign that said free outside. Now police are getting involved.
Fox 12's Connor McCarthy spoke to both the property owner's lawyer and neighbors about what happened on Sunday. So he joins us live now in Northwest Portland with more. Connor?
Well, Pete and Rail, Portland police did arrest that man who put that free sign outside of this warehouse here in Northwest Portland. Police were here today trying to secure the building even more. You can see that fresh piece of plywood on the front door of this building. But today in Multnomah County Court, the district attorney's office decided not to file any charges at this time against the suspect, 51-year-old Shannon Clark. And prosecutors say this doesn't mean the case is dropped, but the lawyer for the property owner is asking those who took items from the warehouse to bring them back. Chaos on the corner of Northwest Vaughn and 25th Avenue on Sunday afternoon.
I saw a lot of people bringing things out of the building. It looked like it was a free giveaway of furniture.
Susan lives a block away and saw it all unfold. Cars lined at 25th Avenue waiting to grab whatever they could at a warehouse that Portland police say had a sign with the word free on it. Susan wasn't sure what was going on, but the nature of what she saw didn't sit right.
If somebody really had that much furniture to give away, they'd give it to an organization who could then distribute it to people who really needed it.
Portland police say 51-year-old Shannon Clark painted the free sign that has since been removed. But how the word got out to so many people Sunday afternoon is a mystery to neighbors and Dan DeChico, the lawyer who represents the property owner, Carbon Group.
My coworkers told me they saw a lot of people out here that were variously half naked, you know, like the sort of like street folks, and then there was like also some well-heeled people just taking away our stuff.
DeChico says his company is a real estate developer. According to its website, it focuses on affordable multifamily housing, market rate housing, education, mixed-use spaces, and commercial spaces. DeChico says the furniture that was stolen is used to model out spaces they've developed.
It looked like a feeding frenzy, and we were very upset. There was a great deal of valuable property in there, and it's gone now.
Police say Clark was arrested after it was discovered he posted a note on the front of the building asking for people's help to distribute the items inside to those who need it. He was accused of burglary and theft, but in court Monday,
Shannon Clark.
The district attorney's office decided not to press charges. For DeChico and his company, they're hoping those who took their property will bring it back.
If you want to get in touch with us and bring it back, that would be great. That's all I have to say about that. I mean, I hope it wasn't free.
Now, DeChico says that it's unclear what was taken and how much it will cost his company. And Clark does have a long criminal history, including being convicted of assault, burglary, and theft. And his most recent case pending here in Multnomah County is for illegally entering a motor vehicle. But for now, reporting live in Northwest Portland, Connor McCarthy, Fox 12 Oregon.